and welcome back to another episode of Table Talk. I'm Mo.
And I'm Chevey of AskChevey.com, and our guest today is Whitney, and our topic for today is OralSex101. A lot of people love to discuss this topic, and we just bringing it to you today because we want to get some different takes and, you know, see what we have to say about it, what our differences is, what our similarities are. So, Mo.
Well, guess what, y'all? I am literally going to be the student today, and that's just honest. This topic today, whew, everything I can learn about. So I'm going to put it on the table.
Well, we're here to teach you.
Do I want? I'm just going to put it on the table. I don't even want to say what I want to put on the table. I'm going to learn today. Let's leave it at that.
Okay, well, first we're going to start off on the male side of it. Of course, I really don't know any male that doesn't like oral sex. I mean, I'm sure they might be out there, but I don't know them. Today, our guest, she just happens to be a headologist, and she's going to give you some insights, some pointers. The girl has taught me a lot. I mean, people don't think that it's that much, but there are actual breathing techniques involved. Am I right?
Yes, there are.
So, I mean, for some of you ladies who want to please your man and you just don't know how, or if he's always like, that's enough, you ain't doing something right, boo. Because if he tell you that's enough, that just means basically if it don't feel good, you wasting my time. Let's go ahead and get to the get good.
Okay,
So,
all right. So,
yeah.
Okay, well.
take over, Miss Whitney. What is like some of the key points that we need to know if we want to satisfy our man and, you know, by performing oral sex?
Well, for me, first thing you have to do is know your man's penis.
Okay.
Know what he likes. Does he like it on the tip? Does he like deep throat? He may be in anything. He might like you go side to side on the side of it.
Okay, well, okay, so you said know your man's penis. So, am I to assume that there's no random bird sucking going on?
Right.
This is just for pleasing your man.
Exactly.
Got you. Because I was getting ready to say that's okay.
You don't want to make
Okay.
a habit of sucking everybody.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Okay.
That's special treatment
Okay.
for your special friend.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes. But that's basically, if you know his penis, you'll know what he likes, so you'll know how to do it. You want to go slow, massage it. You want to kiss it gently. You
So
wanna
massaging
lick
it with your hand. Massaging.
Yes, you want to go in a nice, slow, just seducing motion.
Mm-hmm.
It helps a lot when you're into it. If you're into it, then you're more, you know, if it turns you on, it's going to turn him on.
Okay. All
You
right.
just feel that passion.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you just go slow. Start at the tip. Lick gently.
Okay.
Suck. Wet your mouth. Make sure your mouth wet. Make sure your lips nice.
Very
and wet.
important.
Saliva
That's
is
very important.
So saliva in the mouth. We
Yes,
want our
because dry
property
mouth
nice.
and a dry penis is not gonna work.
Okay.
They're
all
not
right.
gonna like that
Okay.
at all.
All right.
So you want to make sure your mouth is nice and wet.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of men love deep throat. That's where you put the penis all the way down your throat.
All the way down your throat. Like, you got to get past that
as far
gag
as you
reflex.
can.
So
Yes.
you mean put the whole entire in my
Yes.
throat?
Yes.
In your
You-
throat.
Just let them.
How do you
Just
keep
talking
from
about it.
choking?
That's what she about to
Sometimes you
tell you.
can't.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
But you have to remember, you can breathe through your nose. Don't sit there and hold your breath and try to suck no penis.
Okay.
'Cause
Okay.
you're going to kill yourself.
Okay.
You know, and especially if you get into it. But like what you want to do is when you breathe in, go ahead, go as far as you can. Put your tongue all the way out. Take your tongue all the way out as far as you can, and just let it glide down your throat. You can start slowly. A lot of people will gag, but to tell you the truth, men love when you gag. I don't like gagging personally, but my man loves it when I gag. He wants you to gag on it.
Okay.
And a lot of guys like that.
Okay.
And me, I
Sloppy
personally-
head is what they call it.
Sloppy head.
Yes.
Okay.
Get nasty.
Get
Get as
nasty.
wet as you possibly
So
can.
that's when it's time to fulfill that fantasy.
Yes, they like when you spit on it. I hate spitting on it, but because my mouth already be wet enough.
Let me
If you
share.
get your mouth wet enough, you don't need no spit on it. It's how I feel, but I guess it's just watching someone spit on it is what gets them. So
Right.
spitting on it, make sure you massaging that head, kind of squeezing gently. Make sure you don't forget the balls. You have to do something with the balls too.
Okay.
You
Pay
have
the balls
to,
some attention, people.
yes,
Okay.
lick them, rub them, whatever you need
Follow
to do.
the plan. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I got
You wanna do all
a
of
story to share with you then. I had a guy. We were dating a short time, and like you said, I think that is something that's done with a partner you've been with for a while.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's something you earn.
And we weren't dating that long, but he felt like his thing was we grown, we can do whatever we want to do. I'm with that, but at the end of the day, you know, sir.
Right.
So I went over. We had a date that night. I went to his house. We were sitting down. He said, "I got something for you." And I was like, "Okay." He had a videotape, a porn tape. Another way, he said, "You need to sit here and watch this and learn this so you can do this for me." Nah, and I thought, you know, like you mentioned, the spitting and things like that. I thought that was just done on a porn site, like, but that's really what goes down.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what they like.
Okay.
What you see on the porn is probably what your man wants you to do.
Exactly what
Okay.
I want you to do.
Okay.
And I had to learn that because I used to be like, well, you just imagining that girl's me, but they really, you know, be trying to, like, you see what you're doing? Let's get to it.
Yes.
But back to the gag reflex, because I felt some kind of way about the gag reflex because I couldn't get it. I would always choke. So, you know, it was like the penis became an enemy. You know, I was eyeing it.
That's supposed to be your best friend.
I took it personal. I was like eyeing it like it was like
That
a standoff.
is my best friend.
So, you know, I was like, you know, you deliberately choking me, but I'm gonna master this thing. So, I mean, I talked to Whitney. Like I said, she's the headologist. She gave me no pointers anywhere. You have to relax those muscles. You do your breathing techniques, and
So what's up with the breathing techniques? Now you mentioned something
Because
about
once that penis is in your throat, you're gonna feel like your life is gone. It's just gonna feel like airway has stopped, but you can still breathe in through your nose.
So
yeah, so you still wanna
When you get to that point, you just take a deep breath, right?
Yeah, when you know you about to gag or something, just breathe. You know,
not in my mouth, but through my nose.
But through your nose.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's exactly.
So
right.
I would say that the key points in this would be the making sure it's wet,
Yes.
massaging it.
Yes. Don't
The
forget
most, don't forget the balls. The most,
You mean, hold up, okay, I'm intervening again. Now we say don't forget the balls. Am I supposed to be licking the balls too, or just fondling them, or playing? What am I supposed to be doing with the balls?
As nasty as you want
As
to
nasty
get.
as you
There
want.
is no boundary.
So
if you want to teabag the balls,
there.
teabag the balls.
I like to do it all.
Okay, okay, all right.
So we got the licking, we got the saliva, we got the ball attention.
Okay.
Most men probably, I don't know if they're going to be, you know, scared to tell you if you're doing it wrong or not. But I think you can tell from their reaction, because if they're like, well, you know, come on up now, and you know they haven't came, then 9 times out of 10.
Okay, I'm
Something's
gonna jump in
not going
again.
right.
I'm gonna jump in again. What we do with the coming partner?
I mean, either you're going to be a slut for your man and swallow it, which I wouldn't recommend swallowing the babies, but you know it's up to you. Or
I swallow them sometimes.
You can get around that though, because you can act like you're swallowing it just
And
for
you
their
can just
mind thing, but you
out.
pushing it back out.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean? So
I
it's
do
coming
a
down
lot.
the side. And then you got that extra, you know what I'm saying, to help, you know,
That
finish,
wetness.
you know, that extra wetness. But
To
the
keep
main
it going.
attention is the head, because that's the most sensitivity.
So I really, everything y'all
When he's
have.
about to nut, hold his balls and kind of pull them down as you jack his dick, his penis, and you know, and just let it go.
Right, and I mean, you can get
That's
a
gonna
little
just give him
nasty
a
with it, because your
wonderful
man
sensation.
wants you to be a lady in the street, but he wants you to be a slut bucket animal.
Okay.
So, you know, from time to time, slap yourself in the face with it.
Yeah, that's a turn on. That's a turn
That's
on
a
for
turn
me
on.
for some reason. Just letting them stand in front of you and just pump, pump, just that gets me.
Okay.
But it also gets your boat to going. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You'll realize once you're into it and you like what you're doing, you'll get wet.
Okay.
And you're gonna get wetter and wetter and wetter. The more you do it, the wetter you're gonna get. When you start hearing him moan, you start hearing them toes crack, and you start having them screaming and stuff, that turns you on because you know what you're
I got
doing.
control.
Is
I'm running it now.
Exactly.
And
Oh my
eventually,
goodness.
if you don't like it, because, you know, if you don't like it or you don't like the taste, once you start to get horny, you forget all about it. And you know, it's like the best meal in
It's
the
just
world.
like
And did I just say it's the best meal ever? Oh, well. you let them see like
you can take it.
Okay,
right.
I'm jumping in again.
And like I said, like it's the best thing in the world.
It's
you know,
not the
you
best
want to
thing.
talk to them. It's not the best thing, but you want to make them think that. You want to talk to them in the process because you know it's a mind thing too. So you don't just want to be quiet.
Well, what about okay? Well, I want to throw this in here. What about hygiene going in? Are we showering first before we do this?
Of course, you want to make sure your area is clean.
Yeah,
you do a sniff test while you're down there. Pick that bad boy up and
so you make sure they clean.
Catch a whiff.
Now I heard that you can do blowjobs with condoms on. Is that what's the myth behind that?
I mean you can, but I don't recommend it. I say what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean if that's somebody that you trust, that's your man. Y'all should already be. You know what I'm saying? Y'all straight. Hopefully y'all straight. You know what I'm saying? So. I don't see the point and the pleasure that he would get with a condom on.
So is it? I mean, I was gonna say, is it
just irrelevant?
So it's not really a pleasure because they have these flavored condoms now and different things like that. So that ain't doing nothing.
No.
Okay. So the flavored condoms is out the window.
I guess those are for strangers.
Okay. All right. Just the fantasy. Okay.
So we've touched on that.
If you want to do a stranger.
Okay. All right.
We've touched on that a little bit. We're gonna flip it though because I hope y'all got something from that. I'm sure you have. You know, and if a woman says, "Well, I don't perform oral sex," either you single or your man cutting out like hell because every man 9 times out of 10 wants it. So you know, as a woman. It's your job to find out what pleases your man and come to some kind of compromise on how y'all can work that out. Because if your man want head and you ain't willing to give head, that just ain't right.
When you spoke about the single part, I've been in 2 relationships that were long relationships, and I felt very good, very comfortable about it. And I offered to do it because I know that's what's going on, and I wanted to do everything I could to please them. But neither one of them wanted me to do it.
I mean, I believe they're out there, you know, but it's just rare.
Yeah, they said it just wasn't necessary. I got the bomb, you know, so I guess that was, you know, I mean, so I guess like you said, it may be rare, but I haven't had to do it. And I was willing. It wasn't that I'm looking at you like, no, because I mean, I loved them when we were together.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, I can understand. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say 100% men. But I think it's a cool 95.
Yes.
That do prefer, you know, from time to time that he get a little attention down there. So, you know, I just think a woman should be willing to compromise because I was like that at first. Like, oh, it was most terriblest thing in the world. But at the same time, I was young, you know, and that's what you're taught. So as I grew up, you know, and, you know, it's just a part of sex. You know, I don't see nothing disgusting about it. If that's the way, you know, y'all can please each other and be good with it, then, I mean, I think you should go the extra mile to try to please your partner.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's my take on it.
I'm with it. I learned some good old stuff today. Next boyfriend, watch out.
I know that's right.
Well, again, we want to thank Aquafina843. That's her name on Twitter. If you want to follow her, she gives you the business on Twitter, so I'm telling you, follow her. My Twitter is @chevy.com, and that's DOT.com. So check that out. We have Mo, who knows somebody that knows somebody. She's going to get a Twitter page someday or another.
Coming up.
Anyway, we want to thank you guys for watching this episode. We're going to give you part 2, fellas. So stay tuned because we're going to tell you how we like it.
Exactly.
So for now, check you guys later.
All right, y'all be good. Happy bird sucking.